You've probably heard the world is getting hotter. According to Environment and Climate Change Canada, Alberta and Saskatchewan have warmed by 1.9 degrees since the mid-20th century, and that's faster than the global rate. So how will climate change affect life on the prairies? One thing we're already seeing is shorter, warmer winters and hotter summers with more heat waves. As we continue to warm, we can expect that to continue. Also, because warmer air can hold more moisture, that means bigger storms with more rain, which increases the risk of flooding. But most of that extra precipitation won't happen when we need it. And with our warming winters, expect less snow and more rain.
Most of the water in our lakes and rivers and our groundwater, it's from melting snow. So melting snow is a very efficient way of delivering our water because the snow that falls throughout the winter gets stored as snow and melts in the spring. And as opposed to the rain in summer, which isn't nearly as effective because it tends to evaporate.
With more of that evaporation, scientists are predicting more droughts in the future, especially across the southern prairies. All that hot and dry weather could also lead to longer and more severe fire seasons. Over time, those changes in precipitation and temperature will change what our landscape looks like and what lives here. Boreal forests could transition to aspen parkland and grassland. Island forest oases in Saskatchewan, like Cypress Hills or Moose Mountain, could also mostly disappear. And all of those changes will affect animals too.
It's really the generalists that are sticking around, the ones that are able to adapt, whereas the species that need a more narrow environmental conditions and niches, they're the ones that are losing.
While some animals and insects will disappear, others will take their place.
We've seen trends in different species. For example, grassland species and aerial insectivores have declined by 60% across the prairies. We've seen an increase in wetland birds, up to 30% increase.
We could also see more invasive species, or even species more common further south moving north. Think about winter ticks in Saskatchewan or white-tailed deer in Alberta that can now live here because of our warmer winters. So our climate is clearly changing, and with that we will see changes to our landscape, but just how much depends on the degree of warming. Check out the link below for more on how climate change will affect life on the prairies.